Hey, what's up guys, it's Apollo Uchiha here and welcome back to my channel. Today I am back with a new story. The name of this story is What If Kurama Was in Naruto's Life Since the Beginning. And yeah guys, it is an unscripted story and my own idea. Now before continuing this, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel and follow me on my other channel as well. And without any further ado, let's begin with today's story. Our story begins on the most horrific night in the history of Konoha, the Kyuubi attack. Nine-tailed fox out of nowhere descended upon Konoha and began to cause havoc and destruction. If it wasn't for the brave men and women of the village, the shinobis and konoichis, they would have been dead. They held the Biju back, knowing they were fighting a losing battle, until their Hokage Minato no Mikaze arrived and was able to successfully seal the Biju away, but into a newborn named Naruto Uzumaki. The child was taken under the care of Hiruzen Sarutobi, who also fought in the said event and had to reclaim the position of the Hokage from his dead successor. As now, after the council meeting, which was to evaluate the damage and to know what happened and what to do with the jinchuriki, Hiruzen Sarutobi has arrived inside his office where, holding the child, was standing an aunt known as Kakashi Hadake. How did the meeting went, Hokage-sama? Already calling me that, huh, Kakashi? Unfortunately, I have to. I know. Well, it didn't go great, neither did it go bad. Currently, the main focus is rebuilding, which is good for us, because Naruto has to go into hiding. Hiding? Yes, but in plain sight. Not only from within, but the outside enemies, they might try to use him as leverage. What are you talking about? We can't give him his heritage. We can't have him walking around with the name of his father. It's too dangerous. He will be living with his mother's name and in an orphanage where I trust the orphanage matriarch. And so, the baby Naruto was moved there. Everything seemed to be working well now, since the baby was living in an orphanage under his maiden name and without anyone's suspicion. Unaware to everyone, including Hiruzen himself, the boy was currently being watched and observed and comforted by the very beast that was sealed within him. Now we go to the perspective of the Kyuubi no Yoko, whose real name was Kurama because the title was given to him by the people, the demon fox and so on. Cannot believe this. Being sealed again after 100 years worth of imprisonment. But this child, why is he crying so much? This was Kurama's first reaction as soon as he was sealed within. Naruto as a baby cried a lot. Just to shut him up, he extended his tail and tried to swirl around it. The boy, as soon as it happened, began to calm down. Kyuubi was quite shocked. Interesting. And then, its interest peaked, because for the first time, it willingly interacted with a human, and the human wasn't scared of him, didn't want anything from him, and so time began to pass by. Naruto reached at the age of 5. Hiruzen Sarutobi, the third Hokage, who 5 years ago had to reclaim the position, visited him a lot and made sure that he was a prominent figure in Naruto's life. And Naruto, he was quite happy, but a bit weird, because he had an imaginary friend whom he talked to and played with a lot. He told Hiruzen that his name was Kurama and it was a fox. Hiruzen at first was quite scared when the fox was mentioned, but later, when it was revealed by the orphanage matriarch, who he trusted that kids his age use his imagination and their imaginary friends, he calmed down, without realizing that Kurama was a real being, and Naruto and Kurama were best friends in Naruto's eyes, someone who watched over him his whole life. As Hiruzen was there today again, and this time with a fox plushie. You brought me a fox plushie? Wow, that's nice, Gigi. Yes, you really wanted a fox, right? I'm sorry I couldn't get you a real one because they are free creatures, but you can have this one. I love it. Kurama will love it too. What are we gonna name it, Kurama? As Naruto began to talk, looking almost nowhere, as after a moment a smile crept onto his face. Inari! That sounds nice. Inari. How did you come up with that name, Naruto? You know who it is? Kurama says it is the known deity of the, well, fertility and a nine-tailed fox as well. Yes, you're right, Naruto. It wasn't begin again to get suspicious, but remembering what has been told to him, he knew that it was only an imaginary friend. And so time continuously passed, and Naruto, instead of making any friends, was more attached to this Kurama, his imaginary friends, still at the age of 8 when he entered the academy. And once he introduced himself and told that his best friend was Kurama, a fox which was quite huge, everyone at first felt a bit uncomfortable, but at the same time laughed at him. As Kiba Inuzuka, one of the gangsters, said, "You have imaginary friends still now? What else? Do you get diaper as well and bottle feeder? What are you talking about? I'm not joking. Kurama is real." Naruto, I think you need to go and sit down, okay? We're about to begin, but I'm telling the truth, Sensei. I know you are. It's just not everyone can see him, and for the first time in 8 years, Naruto realized that only he could see Kurama. And once he returned back home, Naruto was a bit sad. So much so he began to cry. As he looked into the mirror, he didn't see his own reflection. He saw the reflection of Kurama, who was a bit sad. "Why are you sad, Naruto? What happened?" People say that you're my imaginary friend, but you're real, right? Of course I am. I am real as one can get, Naruto. But only you can see me. Why? Why can nobody else see you? It's because... Why don't you lay down and come to Mindscape? We'll talk there. It is time I tell you the truth. And so, that is what Naruto did, since he trusted Kurama. Naruto closed his eyes and opened them, not to find himself in his room, but on a bed that was in a place that was quite dark and had tunnels in them. Following the lights, he arrived in the center part, where a huge cage was visible, and behind it was 2 red eyes that came to light, showing the massive form of a fox that was looking towards Naruto. "Well, I'm here. What is it, Kurama? Tell me." "The thing is, Naruto." As a tail from behind the cage arrived wrapped around Naruto, bringing him close, Kurama then said, I am the nine-tailed fox, known as Kyuubi no Yoko, that attacked Konoha." "No, that cannot be. You're nice. They said he was a monster." "I am only nice because I have been with you since your birth, Naruto. And I'm only nice to you. I still hate everyone else outside." Naruto's eyes were widened. But why me? "Is it because you're sealed within me?" "No, Naruto. It's because I chose to comfort you. And that, I don't know why, made me realize that maybe if I try to understand, I could come close to you humans. But in the end, I only came close to you because you are the first true human who tried to understand me and who I trust. I was afraid that if you found out who I was, I would be left alone again. And because of that, I kept it a secret. Now you are going to be a shinobi. You're old enough to know the truth." You're not lying to me, are you? "No. This is not a prank, right?" "No, this is not." "I'm sorry, Naruto." "It's alright." As Kurama's eyes widened, "What? Are you sure, Naruto? I am a monster. You're not a monster, Kurama," said Naruto, cutting him off. "Not to me, at least. If you were a monster, you would have hurted me long, long ago. People of Konoha might still ignore me and think I'm weird, but you don't. If anything, you showed me who you really are, and you're way better than what people make out of you. But I have to know, why did you attack?" "I was put under a genjutsu by an Uchiha." "Uchiha? But Sasuke is an Uchiha, and he's the only one left." "It was before, when they had a whole clan. But he wasn't from the Uchiha clan, not the current one that Konoha had." "I don't understand, then who was he?" "He was someone who I have fought before. Remember I told you that I was sealed for 100 years. 100 years ago there was a shinobi known as Madara Uchiha. He had eyes, Sharingan eyes, which Uchiha had, that were quite strong. He was able to cast a genjutsu on me, turning me into a monster. I wasn't able to think. I wasn't able to understand what was going on. And when I did, I was sealed by Mito Uzumaki, the first Hokage's wife. And then I was sealed when she became old into a new jinchuriki known as Kushina Uzumaki. She was your mother. Naruto's eyes widened as his neck snapped towards Kurama. You know them? Your mother was my previous jinchuriki. Then what happened to her? You were born. I was trying to break free because your mother and I didn't get along. The masked person appeared again and kidnapped you. In exchange for your living being, he wanted me. Your mother, specifically. And so, your mother agreed. What? Really? Yes. After that, the Biji was extracted from her. I was extracted from her. And then, I was placed under a genjutsu and released on Konoha. My anger was the only thing I saw. Everything I saw was red. And when I calmed down, I saw that Minato and Kushina were killed by me. And I was looking at you. And the next thing I saw, I was sealed again. I was angry at first, lashing out that after 100 years worth of imprisonment, when I finally got the chance to be free, it was to be used again, said Kurama as Naruto looked towards him. The frustration on his face was visible as Naruto said, "It's alright. I'll help you find that person. We're gonna deal with him together. He took something important from you and me, right?" I guess you're right, Naruto, but it is dangerous. If anything, I want you to focus on your learning here. You need to focus on your chakra and also your taijutsu. Increase your skills first and then we will go out. Alright, I promise I will. I know. Well, now you know the whole truth, Naruto. I'm glad that I was able to tell you, finally. I'm more than happy as well. But you still didn't tell me anything. You didn't tell me about my parents. They left a part of their soul here. They can be summoned if you try to. You rip that piece of paper on the gates. Really? Come on, give me a boost. I'll do it. Are you sure, Naruto? I don't know what it will do to you. It is reckless and dangerous. It's alright. I can handle it. I'm scared, Naruto. For your sake. I don't want to end up being the one to hurt you. It's just my theory that it would work this way. It has to. If it is something you come up with, you must be onto something. And so that is what Naruto did. Kurama was a bit afraid, but that is when the two of them appeared. Naruto? What are you doing, son? It is really them, Kurama. Look! It's mom and dad. As both of the parents looked towards the Kyuubi and were horrified. What have you done to our son? Kyuubi. Hey, calm down, both of you. He's my friend. No, Naruto, he's not your friend. He's someone who is using you. No, he is not, said Naruto, breaking free from them and standing in front of Kurama with his arms wide open. If anything, he has been with me since day one. I don't know what he has been like to you, but he has been good to me. I'm not joking or lying to you. As finally, after a heavy moment of silence, both of them eased off. Really? It's quite hard to believe. You know, I am trying to be different, but only for Naruto's sake, because I still hate and despise all of you. See? He says he hates us, says Kushina, because of you imprisoning me for a long time and wrongfully. You're still in prison though. But it hadn't had his choice. He wasn't manipulated or informed that I was a monster because he saw the real me. Because I showed him the real me. And now both Minato and Kushina were shocked. I also told him the truth about you two. Because neither Hiruzen, neither the Konoha would tell him. For the past 8 years, he hasn't been told anything at all. Wait. I think I know you, said Naruto, pointing a finger towards his father. You're Minato no Mikaze-sama, right? The 4th Hokage. Well, yes, but I'm your father, Naruto. Naruto's jaw dropped. What? But you're like my idol, I look up to you. I want to surpass you to become the Hokage as well. Minato smiled, an easy one. As Kushina smiled as well, because Naruto had a bright, cheerful personality turns out to be. Just like her, and both of them hugged their son, and tightly as well. As after a heavy amount of chat, Naruto was resting in his mother's lap, and had fallen into a sleep in his own mindscape. As Minato walked up to the cage, looking towards the Kyuubi who was observing this all in silence. I don't know what to say. You don't need to say anything. To me, Naruto is someone who is precious and important. I'm not trying to manipulate him, neither trying to use him. If anything, I'm going to make sure that I keep him out of the harm's way as long as possible. I think I trust you, Kurama-san. That is only a name that Naruto can use. I understand then, Kyuubi-san. As a seal matrix appeared in Minato's palm, what are you doing? Giving you some freedom to make sure that Naruto is protected. As Kyuubi's eyes widened, if our sons trust you, we are also placing our trust into you. I don't need your trust. I have all the trust I need here, he said, pointing towards Naruto. I know. And with that, the seal paper was ripped off by Minato, and the seal was unlocked, finally. As the gates were opened, Kurama was able to walk out. As a tail curled around Naruto, as Minato and Kushina stood up, and they began to realize that they were fading. It seems your chakra is running low. Yes, it is. Promise us, Kurama. You will protect him. We leave him in your care. As both of them bowed, you don't need to bow. He's already one of my own. Someone who I'm willing to protect and die for. With that, both of them left, leaving both Kurama and Naruto to each other's fate. As after that, Naruto woke up and was quite excited, only to find that there were a few scrolls that were laying around next to him. Kurama, what is this? These are the heritage that your parents left behind. They told me where it was, so I went out to collect them. How? As suddenly there was a puff of smoke as a small fox slumped down onto the shoulder of Naruto. Kurama, you're tiny. Don't get used to it, kid, and stop calling me tiny. This is a form that I can take to come outside. It is like a shadow clone to you, but I can be outside in this way because your father released the seal. Really? That's awesome. Now we can hang out and everyone can know you're real. I don't think that would be possible, Naruto. People hate me, remember? Oh, yeah, I guess they do. But what Naruto and Kurama didn't notice was that Hiruzen was observing this and arrived instantly with ambush. Naruto, get away from that fox. No, Gigi, wait, listen. And that is when Naruto was taken in. At first he was interrogated to see if he was under influence or anything. Inuichi Yamanaka went inside his mindscape, but the memories he found were quite different. And Kyuubi was observing him with menacing eyes, warning that if he did something to the memories that might alter Naruto's memories of him, he would kill him. So he was treading on thin ice but returned and explained to the council and to the Hiruzen that Kyuubi, for some reason, has been nice to Naruto since the beginning and was his imaginary friend that he claimed was real this whole time. And not only that, yesterday they had a meeting with both Minato and Kushina, who Naruto was now aware were his parents. This is not good at all, Hiruzen. Not only the jinchuriki is in connection with a Biju on a familiar level, but also under its influence. And then Minato and Kushina, do you honestly believe they would be able to leave a part of their chakra behind? Knowing Minato, yes, said Hiruzen to Danzo. We are not going to do anything to the boy that might cause him pain or the Kyuubi to become aggressive towards us. Can you not see? For the first time in the history of the shinobi world, Konoha has a perfect jinchuriki. Someone who is in sync with its Biju. Someone who is working alongside the Biju, not working against it. As Danzo was quiet. After that, Naruto's heritage was revealed to Konoha, and people were quite shocked. The shy boy who they thought was a bit weird because of his imaginary friends turned out to be the most important figure in the whole village, the very hero's child who saved them while dying. And he too was carrying on a burden, which people believed was a burden but in reality was just his friend. As Naruto was after that given the proper training, proper respect. Time passed and Naruto graduated at the age of 13. And while doing so, Kurama was always there with sharp ears and eyes. He was able to identify Mizuki beforehand, as well as Kabuto Yakushi, who tried to approach Naruto after Mizuki got busted. And then there was Orochimaru, who Naruto was already warned about, alongside with the masked person and the others. The Akatsuki and the others also was able to hear this news and were quite interested because Konoha had a rumor going on around that they were preparing the next generation of the Yellow Flash, the son of Minato Namikaze himself nonetheless, who was also the jinchuriki of the Nine Tails, and this wasn't a good news for them at all. So they sent in spies, and they never returned because Kurama, he made sure, even in his clone form, he was able to take care of them. He had vowed to Minato and Kushina that he would protect Naruto on his own, and that is what he was doing. Soon the numbers began to deplete, and many of the shinobi villages stopped trying. The only beings that were still continuously doing so was Orochimaru's goons as well as the Akatsuki members. That is when one night after dealing with them again, Kurama was returning until he saw a figure sitting next to a tree. This was the apparition of his father, the sage of the sixth path, Hakuromo Otsutsuki. Hello son, father. But how? Is this not limbo? I am here, in spirit form. I am quite happy for you that you are able to find peace after so long. Peace. I am trying to protect something that matters to me. This isn't peace, this is survival. I am aware, and that is why I have a job for you. I don't want you to involve Naruto into this. You don't have to, because only you yourself can take care of this. How? Come closer. And so he did. The sage tapped 2 fingers onto the forehead of the Kyuubi as a seal appeared. This won't allow you to fall under genjutsu anymore. Really? Yes. Now here. As both of the palms were extended of the sage, place your palms underneath them. And once Kurama did, he felt a sensation that he hasn't felt before. As once he let go this, he saw 2 markings, sun and the moon. What is this, father? You are going to use them to seal away the enemies, the real one. Kaguya? Her will is still here. You need to seal it away. The masked person, the Akatsuki, they have it. His name is, as Kurama closed his eyes and opened them, Zetsu. Kurama left. Naruto was quite scared the next day because he couldn't talk to Kurama. He only found a letter that Kurama was away for a week. Naruto went to his Jiji and talked about it. Well, if Kurama has said that he would return in a week, should he not wait? But he has never left like this before. Naruto has never been alone. Not like this, and now that he was scared. Naruto began to get distracted, paying less attention to everything and moping around more and more. People of Konoha were also seeing this and realized that Naruto was distressed, and quite badly so. So much so that Hiruzen had to intervene on the 3rd day and send Jiraiya to search for the Nine-Tailed Fox, who Jiraiya, after his spy networks within 2 to 3 days, was able to locate on the 6th day in Amegakure, where he arrived on the 7th day to find that there was a lot of destruction there, and Kyuubi standing still, holding 2 palms together, as a huge crater was forming on the sky before it was sent away. What is going on? Jiraiya, said the fox that was now at the size of him, with 9 tails behind. Jiraiya was on alert because he still knew who this was. Naruto is worried about you. I know. He would be. No, you don't understand. He hasn't even eaten in the past 2 days or so. I just got the letter. What? Why? Is Konoha not taking care of him? Did he not get my letter? He did, but he became worried. Why would you leave for 6 to 7 years? 7 days. For the past of his life, you have been stuck with him, together with him, and now that you left, he felt himself falling apart, being finally alone, which he said that he was scared of. What if he never returned? As Kurama's eyes softened, I have to go back. We need to go back in a hurry, as the toad was reverse summoned. As Kurama growled and said, I'll be there in 5 minutes. And before even Jiraiya could argue, Kurama left. dashing as fast as he could on all fours. Within 2 to 3 hours, he arrived there in Konoha. People were afraid of seeing the huge fox that was bolting through the streets of Konoha as it arrived in the apartment in which Naruto resided. Naruto was a bit pale, had dark circles underneath his eyes, and was still laying down on bed, facing the wall. Naruto? Kurama, you're back. You're finally here. As Naruto stumbled down, Kurama went forward and picked him up. What is the meaning of this? I left a letter. I had told you that I would come back. But you left without a reason. I was scared. I was worried that something might happen to you. You know the masked person is still out there, right? I took care of him. What? I took care of him. You don't need to worry. I see. I'm glad that you're back. Naruto passed out after that. Kyuubi carried him to the medics. Medics were scared, but they had no other choice but to heal him. And so they did. After what seemingly looked like 48 hours, Naruto stabilized and woke up. In front of him was Kurama in the small chibi form again. As he looked towards Naruto with narrowed eyes. Don't you dare do that again, kid. You scared me. You understand that? No. You scared me. Don't you do that again as well. As Naruto pouted, as Kurama sighed, fine. I promise I won't do that again, but you have to promise me the next time I leave, you would understand and allow me to come back to explain things. You don't have to leave again alone. We're together, we're a team and best friends, remember? I know. We've been together all along since the beginning. You don't need to worry about that, kid. Hiruzen and the others were watching this and were a bit shocked. Here was the nine-tailed fox, their demon that they tried to despise, who was being vulnerable and opened up to none other than its own jinchuriki, Naruto Uzumaki. They knew that the future was going to be a lot different than before. Whatever has Kurama done, it might have averted a great problem. As Jiraiya has said, the prophecy has changed because Gamamaru-sama has said the Kyuubi itself has averted a great tragedy from happening. And now, the world might steer towards peace or towards its own destruction, or would not either go nowhere. 3 options were in front of them, and it entirely depended upon them and how they work together. As this is where I will be leaving this story off, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one, and if you did, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel, and follow me on my other channel as well. As this is Apollo Uchiha, and I'm signing off for the day. Peace.